Hey. So Friday night, it's late, right? It's, I don't even know, 10 something, and I'm going to bed. And one of the things that I was doing was writing in my journal. And journal writing for me was something that I was really resistant to. So first of all, if you don't know who I am, I'm Jen Powter. I'm a weight loss expert. And I'm committed to showing up on this page every single day to offer you the tips and the sort of pro weight loss tips that I can so that you can truly make 2020 the year that you lose weight forever and keep it off. And the reason that I think that that is so important is because when you learn how to lead yourself towards health, you learn how to lead so many different aspects of your life and to live your life in truly a different way. One of those ways is by existing in a different physical body, in a body that you feel good in. And there are so many things that I used to do so long ago when I was overweight, and one of them is I'd get out my journal and I'd get out my pen and I would literally pour onto the paper all of my despair and all of my self-loathing, and I would berate myself and tell myself how disgusting I was and how gross I was, and I'd question what was wrong with me, and I would just kind of pour my heart onto the pages, and it was painful. I actually have those journals, and going back in time reading that, it hurts. And what I would do is I would tell myself all the things that I wasn't going to do. So, I would make a list of you're not going to eat this and you're not going to do that and you're not going to sleep in and you're not going to eat after 8. And I would just fill the page with all the things I wasn't going to do. But here's the thing. Notice how when you tell yourself that you can't have something or you're not going to do something, you want it even more. Like if you say, okay, you're not going to drink tonight, then all of a sudden it's like you want the glass of wine more than you did the night before. Like it's like when you tell yourself you can't have something or you're not going to do something, you're putting your energy into avoiding the doing of something, and then part of your brain called the reticular activating system actually gets activated, and the thing you tell yourself that you're not going to do or you can't have, you actually want it more. And so one of the things that I switched so long ago was instead of focusing on all the things I wasn't going to do, I started to write about what I was going to do. So for instance, what that would look like in real time is, if you say junk food or eat takeout or, hey Doreen, hi, I hope you're doing well, my friend, happy 2020. So say you like chocolate or chips or whatever, just put your food in there and you're thinking, okay, well, I'm not going to eat that this weekend. What you would write instead is, this weekend, I'm going to eat healthy. What that looks like for me is, and instead of telling yourself what you're not going to do, you start telling yourself what you are going to do. And it's just a simple trick in your brain that helps you grab on to what you want, and it gives you a focus. It's sort of like I live in Calgary, right? So if I keep saying, okay, well, I'm not going to go to Edmonton. I'm not going to go to Edmonton. I'm not going to go to Edmonton. Well, I may not go to Edmonton, but maybe where I actually want to go is like Banff. But if I don't tell myself that's where I want to go, I may not go do something, but I'm not going to get to actually where I want to go. Does that make sense? Honey, hi. Right? So if you were using your journal, number one of the things the second thing that I ended up doing too was whenever I had like the blech inside me, the feelings, the thoughts, the stuff that I needed to get out onto paper, I started using scrap paper. And once I was done pouring all of that energy onto that paper, I'd get rid of it. Because honestly, I don't want my journal to be full of just the pain and the hard and the agony of life. I want what I'm keeping by my bed or in my office to be full of the good, to be full of my dreams, to be full of what I am going after and what I am going to create in my life, not the things I'm running from. So instead of running from the chocolate or the chips or the wine or the ice cream or the pop, what are you going towards? And maybe that's simply drinking more water, drinking tea at night instead of wine, choosing your meals for tomorrow based on what's healthy for you, not based on something that you're trying to avoid. It's hard because I talk to so many women who become really afraid of carbohydrate, right? And with keto and with paleo and those are just distant cousins of Atkins, which had its day in the sun with, carbohydrate, limiting or omitting carbohydrate. And what happens is we tell ourselves all these things that we can't have, don't want, and we start to become fearful of them, and then we start to crave them. And so this weekend, just give it a shot, right? Like, instead of thinking about all the things you're not going to do, like, I'm not going to miss my workout, or I'm not gonna have more than one glass. I keep thinking of wine for some reason, but that's such a common thing on the weekends, right? Make your list in your journal and make it a positive list. Make it an inspiring list, and make it a list of the things that you're going to choose for you. And I promise you, it's January 3rd. If you are to be like consistent and committed in telling yourself what you are going to do for yourself, and coming from a place of love, not judgment or punishment or shame, your weight will change. It will. Because when you tell yourself what you are, like, no one says to me, Jen, yeah, I totally planned on downing a bottle of wine, eating the whole thing of Bursan cheese to myself, and having the box of crackers. Like, no one tells themselves that that's what they're going to do. But it almost happens when we're just mindless or not paying attention or not focused. So when you focus on what you want, you have a hell of a chance, like way likelier chance of actually creating it and achieving it for yourself. So those are just my bedtime thoughts as I was writing in my journal before I headed off to bed tonight, and wanted to share them with you. If you have any other journaling tips that you think are super helpful, or that have helped you in terms of getting healthy, getting fit, losing weight, pop them into the comments below. What I find is so often just one idea can spark something for somebody else, and that is the power of women and women sharing. Because you don't have to do this thing on your own, right? Losing weight on your own it is hard. Kate, hey Kate, oh my God, Bursan cheese, that's so me. I know, right? Like, yeah, it tastes so good, and it's like, wow, it's just cheese. And so, I mean, trust me, I've done it. And so, like, if you think about your life and just how normal and how human we all are, you know, and I feel for women every day. I was at the mall tonight returning something from Christmas, and I just heard these two women talking, and like the conversation was all weight based, and it was all like, oh God, I can't believe it. Like, I just gave it up over the holidays. It was just too hard. And then somebody mentioned Bursan cheese, and I was like, I know, right? So yeah, it's, I'm laughing because it's true. And so whatever, you know, for me, it also could have been chocolate almonds, right? Like, I didn't say, I would be like, okay, I'm not going to eat any chocolate almonds. I didn't tell myself, hey, you're going to, you know, mindlessly eat 30 chocolate almonds tonight. I mean, what person who wants to lose weight tells themselves that? You don't, right? It's in the avoidance of what we want to create for ourselves that we actually go down the wrong path, if that makes sense. And I found for me that the minute I got clear and I stopped telling myself what I wasn't going to do, and instead started focusing my actions and my thoughts and my intentions on what I was going to do, oh my goodness, so much of my life changed. And of course, for me, as you know, a big piece of that was losing the excess weight that I did not feel good living with, and now living at a weight that I do. It's a right weight for me. Could I be lighter? Yeah, sure. I don't want to be. I've got a great lifestyle. I've got great freedom with food. I like how I feel in clothes, and I've held my same weight for 9 years now. So like, I know that if I can do that, 100% you can too. And that's what my goal of this page is to keep teaching and sharing the strategies that I'm teaching my clients, because this is not rocket science. And really, I like tell it all in the book coming out in February. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's early enough in the year right now, like January 3rd, go get yourself a brand new journal and make the commitment that you're not gonna just write out the shit in there. You're actually gonna write with some focus and get intentional about creating your life, not reacting to a life that's just kind of happening to you because you're on default automatic eating habit because you're just tired and stressed, that's going to keep happening. Anyways, I'm heading to bed. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and I will be back again tomorrow. Bye for now. If you have questions, by the way, pop me a message. We're getting some good, we're getting a lot, we're just cataloging all the questions, and if you let me know what it is, I'll answer it for you, I promise. Okay, good night, everybody.